going on, everyone? Cellucor Nation and all the followers out there on the YouTube channel. Chef Bob back at it, and today this is a first that I've ever tried to make, and these are going to be sweet potato brownies. Now, while that name may seem odd, I've seen a lot of positive feedback with others who have had this with success. So I'm going to try and modify the recipe a little bit, throw a few curveballs, and see what happens. So we might see a first-time Chef Bob fail on camera, so stay tuned. But let's get to it. What I have here is I took 8-ounce sweet potato. It was actually a little bit over 250 grams after it was cooked, and I put it in a magic bullet and kind of blended it. So that way, when we put it in our final product, it'll be able to mix and be able to disperse and make actually a brownie. If you have chunks, it won't come out very good, so you don't want that. Also, because we're using the sweet potato, we don't really need a lot of wet ingredients because the sweet potato is dense as it is and wet alone. So you'll see that this is mostly a dry ingredient recipe, but even with a good balance, it should come out very well. So with that, we're going to use a little bit of Splenda. I'm using 6 grams worth to give it some flavoring. 8 grams of the sugar-free, fat-free Jello pudding mix. You can use cheesecake, white chocolate, vanilla, whatever. I'm using vanilla for this one. A little bit of baking powder to help the final product rise. PB2, only 10 grams just to give it a little bit more peanut butter flavoring because we will be utilizing the peanut butter marshmallow Cellucor Core Performance Whey. So that will be 1 scoop of that. A little bit of Hershey's Cocoa, 10 grams. So we're going to make some chocolate protein sweet potato brownies. And I used about 1/3 of a cup of extra fluffy complete pancake mix, which you see me use in pretty much all my rising recipes, just to help the final product rise and bind together because of the sweet potato and its density. The only other wet ingredient we will use are 3 egg whites, which I have cracked in this bowl. So what I'm going to do is transfer the sweet potato into the bowl here, place our dry in there, and then put the egg white in last and mix it all together. And I'm actually going to cut the camera, mix it all up, and then I'll bring it back, spray our pan, tell you the directions, and finish this up. Okay guys, everything's mixed up in our bowl here. Like I said, I took the sweet potato, put it in, put all of our dry, and then I put the 3 egg whites in last. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees, and what you can use is like an 8x8, 9x9 pan tray to give you that brownie look. You could also use the little mini loaf pans I've used for my previous videos. Those would work as well. You can make muffins with these, so it's personal preference, but I think brownies will be cool, something different. So what we're going to do is just take some cooking spray, make sure we coat the bottom evenly, so that way these do not stick in the end. And all we're going to do is just pan it in there, and that's going to be it. So take that, and put this in. And with all the ingredients you saw, which I'll put in the comment box, this comes out to 50 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, and 85 grams of carbs for the entire pan that we're going to make here. So I'm going to have to spread these out kind of thin, but that will mean they'll bake easier. So I should be able to toothpick them a lot better. So take your batter, spread it out among the square here, so that way this does bake evenly. And like I said, I don't expect this to rise much because of the density of the sweet potato, but I mean the final product will be very moist, and that's a good thing because, you know, if you bulk cook these and you want to, you know, kind of eat these over a couple days, they'll stay very fresh and moist. So I'm just going to even that out, drop the remaining batter in there, as so, and we are ready to throw these in the oven. Taste testing the batter. The batter tastes good, the final product's going to taste good. So in the oven they go. I'll show you the final product in the end, guys. So here goes to trying sweet potato brownie. Okay guys, 30 minutes in the oven. Let's take our toothpick here. I got my oven mitt. I've had it cooling for a little bit, just to make sure. Let's toothpick it to make sure it comes clean and nothing comes out. So our sweet potato brownies are done. So I'm just going to give them a flip and put them right on the cooling rack if I can get it. Boom. I told you they were going to be thin because we used a sweet potato, but that is our finished product right there. The peanut butter marshmallow sweet potato brownies, 85 grams of carbs, 50 grams of protein, and 5 grams of fat. Chef Bob did not fail. We actually succeeded These smell delicious, so I'm going to give these a little cool and cut into them later. Thanks again, Cellucor. Anyone has a recipe, in the comment box below will be the directions, ingredients, and macros. Hit me up on YouTube or hit me up on Instagram.